the worst name I've ever heard.
What's up, everybody? I have great news, and that is that Arent is back.
Hi guys.
He has not been on the channel for quite some time, but he actually had to start quarantining for the past week because we are 2 weeks away from my due date, actually less than that now, but he's quarantining for 2 weeks so that he can be in the delivery room because otherwise they would still let him, but my doctor just prefers that he quarantine.
No point in taking an unnecessary risk when it's not needed, especially when there's a way out of it.
Yeah, so it looks like Cosmo is also gonna join us.
Here and there, sporadically.
He's gonna come in and out.
Maybe.
Per usual. But today's video, we're gonna be talking about baby names we love but are not using, because we do have this baby girl's name picked out. We're gonna be doing a name reveal like to our families, so I figured we can do one on YouTube as well once she's here. Before we start, our first daughter's full name is Eleanor Nicole Smith, so I kind of like the longer kind of old-fashioned names, but I also like to have a nickname because my sister and I both grew up with nicknames, so having a nickname was a big thing for me, at least. So yeah, that's why we call her Ella. Her real name's Eleanor.
I only had one name picked out because when we were picking out with Ella, I had a few really good names that I really liked, but it just kind of sucked that I wasn't able to use those names. So this time around, I was like, you know what? I'm only going to pick out one name, and I'm going to wait till we get the girl, or wait till we find out the gender. So my one name that I really liked, but we're not using, is Anastasia. I don't know why. Like, I was just thinking in the car ride on our way to, I think, a doctor's appointment actually, and I was like, you know what name is pretty? Anastasia. We could call her Anna for short.
I don't really like Anastasia so much.
I know.
So that's probably why we're not using it, because we can't agree on anything. So I've had a whole list of names in my phone for like forever, just like pretty much I feel like all girls have. And I would say some of my top names for this baby that Arent just hated was, I like Rosalind, and I figured we could call her Rosie, which I thought is so cute. Do you like that one?
Yeah, but I think the problem with that one was I wanted to call her Rosalind.
Oh yeah, that was another problem. When we were picking out names for Ella, Arent could not pronounce anything correctly. So I would like tell him a name, and if I said Rosalind is her name, he would just say Rosalind every time, and I would get so mad because no, that's not it. But anyway, so that's probably why we didn't choose that one for this baby too. Let me look at my list. The next name I would say I really liked for this baby was Judith, which is an older name as well. But I really wanted to call her Judith Louise because I figured we could shorten it to Judy Lou. You know, kind of like Judy Lou Who from Whoville. Isn't that her name?
You're keeping that in.
Okay, I lied. It's Cindy Lou, but Judy Lou
You're
works.
keeping that in.
Oh god. We actually just watched The Grinch today too.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
I feel like I just associate Judy Lou with Whoville now, okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh. So anyway, I like Judy Lou, I like Judith Louise. I think it's such a cute name, but Arent would not let me because of Judge Judy.
Yes, that's exactly why. Because every time I would think of you calling her Judy, it'd be Judge Judy. Another name that actually I think we both like, but we just kind of fell out, was Skylar or Skyla.
You really like Skyla? I love
I didn't like
Skyla.
Skyla. I like Skylar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought that was a pretty name.
My best friend from like 4th grade was named Skylar, and then she moved away and I never had contact with her because back then we didn't have phones. So I shout out to Skylar, my best friend from 4th grade, if she ever sees this video. That would be great.
I had a friend named Skylar. She's pretty cool. Another good one was Juliana.
Really? You literally said you hated that name.
I know I did. But
I love the name Juliana. I used to work with a kid at my daycare that was named Juliana, and I loved her.
We also had a bunch of boy names because we still really want a boy.
I know. I changed my mind. I don't think I ever want a boy because I babysit a boy, and I just, changing a boy's diaper is so different than changing a girl's diaper.
I think.
And I just don't want to.
It really is. I'm scared of getting peed on.
But anyway, we do have a ton of boy names, and I feel like all of these names are still in the running. Well, at least most of them.
For like later babies.
Well, obviously.
Yes.
Because we're not having a boy right now. So if we ever have a boy, one of these names might be his name. Should we not say my favorite name?
No. My favorite boy name of all time was Alexander.
I love Alexander. I love how like old school, but also
new school.
Yeah, it's also like it's been popular forever.
Yeah.
But Alexander is such a strong name.
That's
and
what I was
we
gonna
call him
say.
Alex. It's great.
We
All
call him
around.
Xander.
Xander.
No, Xander.
I feel like Xander is how people say that. We said that Ella would be a nickname for Eleanor, and we ended up calling her Bob her whole life.
Well, that was her first word.
Yeah, so we never know what there could be a nickname. My next favorite name is Hudson. I love Hudson.
The Hudson River?
But I feel like Hudson doesn't really have a nickname. I guess, you hear Huddy a lot.
Yeah, I know a guy whose rapper name is Lil Huddy, so
Lil
that's
Huddy.
not
That's
happening.
not a rapper. That's a TikTok guy.
Is it really? Who's Lil Huddy? Oh, that's right!
Yeah, so now we're thinking about TikTok. I feel like the name we chose for this baby can also be so closely related to a TikToker, and it makes me uncomfortable. And I almost couldn't choose the name that we chose because of a TikToker, but then I decided that I don't care.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so you guys will find out soon which TikToker we named our baby after. I'm just kidding. We really didn't name her after the TikToker, but
No.
it's a very similar name. Oh,
What?
do you know why I love the name Oliver so much?
Oliver Queen?
Yes.
I know.
Aaron made me watch Arrow because he's so hot.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why I wanted you to watch it, because he's like, dude, you gotta watch the show. Because I would fly down to Florida when she was in college, and I needed something to do for 3 hours on the plane ride, and so I would just download a bunch of episodes of The Arrow, and I would just binge watch those 5 episodes.
But yeah, I love the name Oliver. I feel like that is also one of the top tier names that we could use if we have a boy. What's the girl's name on?
Which one?
The girl.
The blonde girl?
No.
Thea?
No.
Felicity?
No. The girl. His girl.
Felicity!
No.
That
No, his girl in the beginning.
Oh, I'm gonna get roasted for this.
I know he ends up with Felicity, but
Yeah,
not...
he does. It's a power couple right there. Get roasted. What is this?
Can you please hurry up?
The Arrow. I mean, that's
Female cast.
Laurel.
Oh, Laurel.
I didn't even think to
love
finish that.
the name Laurel. I love how I couldn't think of it, but let's just blame that on pregnancy. Jumping back to girls for a second, what do you think about Laurel?
Laurel out of 10? Honestly, all I can think of is Yanni.
Another very strong name that I have on my list is Benjamin. Love the name Benjamin.
You've always loved that name, though.
I always have loved that name, and I feel like I always wanted my first kid to be Benjamin. Like, I wanted to have a boy first, and his name be Benjamin. I don't know.
Benji or
I
Benny
don't know why.
or Ben.
Yeah, Benji.
Oh.
It makes me want a boy, but I so don't. I don't want any boys.
Yeah, I think the last one we had on our list was, or at least on my list, I thought I only had one, but the last one I really wanted was Landon.
Landon.
I don't know why, but it's just such
It's also just a very, it's kind of like more popular than most of the names I like, but it's just a good classic name.
Yeah, like it's just kind of like
And
childish, but also not.
And I feel like no one would get his name wrong if his name was Landon. I feel like, you know how so many people like pronounce your name wrong or spell your name wrong? I have had to spell my name every time I say it to anyone for my entire life.
Except for me.
Yeah, and I mean, that's an exaggeration. I don't always have to spell it out, but there's so many different ways to spell Bailey, and I feel like when people question it, they never get it right.
Yeah.
Like they're always like, okay, B-A-Y, and I'm like, no.
B-A-I-L-E-Y. And their last name is always a hassle.
Yeah, my last name is hard. It's Aris, which is spelled A-R-R-A-S. But everyone always thinks I say Harris with an H. And then so they say H-A-R, and I'm like, no, just A-R-R-A-S. But then Harris is always spelled, or normally spelled H-A-R-R-I-S. So then everyone thinks my last name is A-R-R-I-S. So I have to spell my last name at least 3 times. If I'm on the phone with customer service for anything,
It's really
3
annoying.
times minimum.
I've never ran into that problem because my name is Arent Smith.
Yeah, a lot of people do ask you if it's E-R-I-N though.
Yeah, that infuriates me.
We should name our baby girl Erin.
No.
E-R-I-N.
No, we should not.
That would be really fun. Okay, so the very last name that I love is Everett. I think that is also a very strong name. I guess Ever is a nickname, but I feel like it's kind of not a good nickname. Or Rhett.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhett is pretty good. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's my other name. Do you like that name?
Everett?
Everett, yeah. Or Emmett. Emmett is also kind of very
Emmett's
similar
good.
to that. But we know an
lot of-
Emmett. I feel like,
Oh, we do know an Emmett.
yeah, one of our church friends has a baby named Emmett, so
Yeah.
it's they're kind of too close in age, I feel. But we're also not very close with them, so I feel like it doesn't really matter. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
I think Everett is kind of too new school for me.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel
Don't
like,
roast me though.
I feel like most of our other names are very old school compared to Everett. Everett is a more popular, new, trendy name.
Ever?
Ever.
Actually, I think I kind of like that. Ever? Calling your kid. Come here, Ever. That's kind of cool. I mean, he'd probably definitely go by his middle name, whatever we decided to put it.
Really?
I think so.
He would go by his middle name?
Yeah, if we did Ever Smith.
No, wait, you would just name him Ever?
Yeah.
Not Everett?
Not Ever, just Ever.
Oh, no.
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so. But I mean, if you want to call him Ever, we
We
can
could
just
name him Ever
Everett.
After. Ever After Smith.
No. No. Okay, but I think that is about all we have. We've gone through most of the names on my list. So,
You went through more than my list, so.
yeah. Aaron had one name, and then we go through. I feel like I have names that he liked first written down here, though.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just very forgetful.
yeah. So, sorry for looking down also. I always try to remind myself to look up before I talk, and I'm very bad at it. So, sorry for looking down. We were looking at this list, but I think that's going to be it for today's video. I'm probably going to film a 39-week pregnancy update immediately after this, so if you see me looking exactly like this in another video, then I'm so sorry. But it's too much work to change just to film another video.
It's true.
So I'm gonna probably go film that, and hopefully you guys will be seeing these videos very soon.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Say hi. Someone just woke up from their nap. Hey, can you tell them your name? Can you say Ella? Can you say Ella? Who's this? Who's this? Who is it? Can you say Ella? Tell them your name. Do you see Ella? Look. Look. Can you see Ella? Say hi. Can you say Ella? Say Ella shark doo 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 doo. Ella shark doo 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 doo. Ella shark doo 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 doo. Ella shark. Can you tell them your name? Can you say Ella? Say Ella. Can you say Ella? Not Emmy. Say Ella. Say Ella. Do you want to go see your dad? You want to go see Dad? Say bye. Bye. 'Cause you're the best thing.